First of all, how beautiful does Leisha look?
And Ronan, so handsome that God had to make him twice. Am I right, Lawrence?
Hi, everyone. This is Kevin, the best man. And in case it's not obvious, I'm Ronan's twin, Lawrence, the assistant best man.
Assistant to the best man.
We first met Kevin in junior infants, and we thought he was a bit of an Elmo. So basically, we found him in a bin.
I'll just remind everyone, Ronan put me in that bin. Let's take a moment to mention the wedding party. The wonderful maid of honor, the beautiful bridesmaids, and of course, the army of groomsmen. They're not cater waiters, people.
We won't mention you all by name as we have a time limit to stick to, but each of you have done so much to make this day very special.
The lovely parents, Patrice, Mike, Larry, and of course, Brenda and Liam. I can give you no bigger compliment than saying you raised two of my absolute favorite people. Like complete weirdos, but the most wonderfully weird people. Whether it's being forced to watch YouTube videos in the Leonards of people eating food for hours, drinking Blue Wicked in a certain attic upstairs in Raheen before teenage discos, or being scratched awake by Liam the cat in Killaloo. Sorry, Seamus the cat, damn it.
That's her dad, kid. So, I've known Ronan most of my life, but some of my most cherished memories is when it was just me, Sean, and Aisling.
There was literally a minute before Ronan was born.
Such a good minute. So everyone knows Ronan likes to have fun, but more so he likes to look after everyone he knows and loves. He's a very caring person when he's not putting them in bins. He'll always get a nice thoughtful gift or a funny souvenir out of the blue, which is why we were so happy when he met Leisha. He deserves someone as thoughtful, kind,
and of course, good looking as him.
Stop it. One of my favourite memories with Ronan goes way back to when we were just kids out the back garden of Meadowvale. It was one of those classic Irish days, pouring rain, but that never stopped us. We're out there playing soccer like it was the World Cup final, soaked to the bone, sliding around in the mud, laughing our heads off. We were having so much fun that neither of us wanted to stop, not even for a toilet break. So, in true childhood fashion, we made the executive decision to, let nature take its course. I looked at Ronan, he looked at me, and we both just burst out laughing. It was pure joy, pure madness, and pure Ronan. That moment sums him up perfectly. Someone who lives in the moment, finds joy in the simplest of things, and never takes life too seriously.
Kids, we all know that was like 2 weeks ago. Come on. Ro, I'm so grateful to be sharing this special moment with you. Bar immediate family, it's rare to say that you can't remember life before someone. 28 years ago, this month, the 1st of September, the first day of junior infants, the day of the bin, as I like to call it, you came into my life, and we've been laughing ever since. You're a great friend, loyal to a T, and you always have my back, even when we're wrong, which is a lot, like a whole lot. So as Ronan's first wife in all but name, I always worried who would replace me. Enter
Leisha Leonard.
I was lucky to bear witness to the first night this lovely relationship began. I remember it well. It was close to Halloween. I had a big exam the next day and was studying in my room. Ronan decided this was a two-person job and was on the foot of my bed scrolling on his phone.
So needy.
Suddenly, a certain app gave a notification that's been mentioned tonight, but I wasn't allowed mention when this got vetted. Let's just say it rhymes with Cinder. He jumped up and exclaimed, "I've just matched with Leisha Leonard. Change of plans, we're going out." After I repeatedly said no, like 20 times to him, he went out. He went to his boot and pulled out a gas mask.
Why do you have a gas mask in his boot?
I was honestly always scared to ask, to be honest. He ditched me and went to town, and I thought that was the end of the night. Then, at 2:30 in the morning, all I hear is a certain sound hitting my window. It was Ronan outside, throwing rocks. Gas mask in hand, screaming how much he absolutely loved Leisha Leonard. I put him into the spare bed, and he woke up the next morning, still drunk, and still professing his love to Leisha Leonard. Only now, it was to my poor mother, who was cooking me breakfast at the time. She was actually on her way to meet a certain person over there for coffee that morning, Patrice, who was probably thinking, what the hell is a Ronan Hogan?
One of the first times I met Leisha was at Ziggit Music Festival in Hungary. I was actually a day late for it because I had college repeats. You know, those rare academic events that hardly ever happen to me.
Shocker.
So while everyone was there living their best festival lives, I was in an exam hall trying to remember what a textbook looked like. But when I arrived, I met Leisha, and straight away it was clear she was something special. She was so easy to talk to, full of fun, and had a way of making everyone feel so included. Her group of friends were just as brilliant, warm, hilarious, and somehow better at surviving music festivals than we were. Looking back, that weekend wasn't just a blur of music and Rob being scammed by Hungarians.
Yeah, boy, Rob.
It was the beginning of something real. You could see it even then. The way Ronan looked at Leisha, the way they connected, it was like the universe threw them in a muddy field full of overpriced beer and said, here you go. This is the start of your story, and what a story it's been.
Since you've come into our lives, Leisha, you've been a breath of fresh air. And while Ronan's met the love of his life, we're happy to say we've gained a new best friend. I mean, it hasn't always been rosy, like the time you convinced us to go to Ibiza for 10 days because it's the perfect amount of time for a holiday there. It certainly was not. Or when you booked accommodation in Marseille where even the rats wouldn't follow us in. All I know is that life is more fun when you're there. The only minor thing I might change is the fact that Bravo is always on the TV when she's around. And those desperate housewives of Wisconsin or Winnipeg or wherever those desperate gals are now is always playing on repeat.
So, a piece of advice for Ronan. It's very difficult being in a relationship with a diva. So, Leisha, thank you for your patience in putting up with him.
Now, as a single bachelor in my 30s, I'll refrain from giving you marriage advice. I'll just finish by saying this. Leisha, I hope you enjoy growing up with him as much as we enjoyed growing up with him.
And toast the bride and groom.
To Ronan and Leisha!
To Ronan and Leisha!